Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Burton's Babes. I am Zoe Burton, in case you didn't already know. And this is my weekly updates. So I'm going to kind of yak for a little bit because somebody might come and talk to me. And I don't want to get too far before that happens. So anyhow, spring has sprung outside my house. See, there we go. Hi, Marsha. How you doing? Love it when you guys come to talk to me. That's awesome. So, I was saying spring has sprung. Well, sort of sprung. It's not quite been sunny enough for the flowers to like bloom, my flowers to bloom, because they're kind of, I have some daffodils coming up by the front walk, but the ones in the back are under a tree. And it's just not been sunny enough. I'm doing okay. I had a couple of rough nights, and yeah, I have a problem with acid reflux. What I really have a problem with is sugar. So I went and bought, I went out and got dog food and some other stuff that I needed, and I went to the dollar store. The dollar store has chocolate covered marshmallow eggs and Peeps. And I have a weakness for both chocolate covered eggs and marshmallow Peeps. Well, for 2 days, I didn't eat very well. And I went through that whole dozen chocolate eggs and 5 Peeps because I was smart enough to only buy one small package of Peeps and only had 5. Hi, Linda. How you doing? So anyhow, Tuesday, I ate some and I had a little bit of acid reflux. And then Wednesday, I was dragging. Wednesday night I ate the rest of the Peeps and didn't eat food. I didn't eat enough good food is the problem. And then, hi Karen. And then, so Thursday, or in the middle of the night, Wednesday night, I had acid like up in here and I was choking and it was ugly and scary and painful. And I pour, oh, here comes Selena. You go lay down, honey. It's not time yet. I'm talking to the computer. I'm talking to the ladies, but it looks like I'm talking to the computer. See, she's so good. She turns around and she leaves. Okay, Mom, I'll be back. Anyhow, it was ugly, and poor Jasper was up 3 times checking on me because I was trying to get this stuff out of my throat. So I didn't hardly sleep Wednesday night. So Thursday I was dragging and nothing, I mean, very little got done. And I ate hardly anything yesterday. I ate eggs, scrambled eggs. I ate a little bit of chicken. We were eating very bland. Nothing, I wouldn't even have tea with peppermint in it. Okay. And I was afraid to go to bed last night. I was afraid to go to sleep. So that's my excuse for what you're going to hear next. But that's how I'm doing. I'm feeling much better today. I'm still a little tired, and my blood sugar is a little bit off still, so I keep eating. But at least I was able to sleep last night. So, yeah. And it's my own fault. I was stupid. But those little chocolate covered marshmallow eggs, they do me in every year. So, but I'm like, at this point, I would rather slit my wrists than eat another one of those, eggs. GERD surgery, it's a possibility. I mean, I don't like doctors, but it's a possibility because at this point, there's very little that I can eat. Anything with like pizza, I can't eat too close to bedtime. Spaghetti, lasagna, I can't eat too close to bedtime. Nothing rich or tomatoey or sugary too close to bedtime. So my life is really getting my food choices are getting very limited. So anyway, that's my excuse for why, because I couldn't hardly do anything for 2 days. So my Patreon story is close to being done. I was writing just a couple of minutes ago. I was trying to get some words out. And like, it's so close to done, I can taste it. But of course, I have to kind of decide which direction to go. Am I going to include this? Am I just going to skip to this? So I've pretty much included the one thing, and then I'm going to move on. I have vague ideas now in my head, so I'm getting there. From sleeping in a chair for 6 months, oh my gosh, to 0 acid reflux. Wow, no, that makes it mighty tempting. I'll tell you that, because I slept sitting up for the better part of 2 nights. It hurts my back, and I don't sleep well. So, and I don't breathe well because I have to be on my stomach to breathe when I sleep. You know what? I Thursday night or Wednesday night in the middle of the night, over the course of like, I don't know, 15 minutes, I ate like 9 or 10 Tums. I hate them. And I learned a couple years ago, because I used to keep Pepto-Bismol in my headboard, and I just shake it up and take a big swig. But that one time made it worse. So I quit taking Pepto for acid reflux. So yeah, I can imagine. I can't imagine having to sleep sitting up every night. I have a headache today because I slept sitting up most of the night last night. So that's something to keep in mind. I might look into that. I don't have any insurance right now, so it's going to be a little ways down the road, but I'm going to keep that in mind, because this is ridiculous. That was frightening. Like, I don't frighten easily, but that scared me, because then here I am, and when I breathe out, I can hear gurgling, and which is why I was up hacking my lungs up. And I've got, you know how after you throw up, sometimes your ribs hurt because you've just used so much force, and my middle hurts because I coughed so hard to get this stuff out. And I'm brushing my teeth, I'm gargling with what is that? Not Lysol, Listerine. I did everything I could think of. Anyway, now the Patreon story is like so close to done. I can taste it. I anticipate 5,000 more words, maybe 10, and that's going to be a couple of days. I'm hoping to write some more tonight, a little more anyway, and then I'm going to write tomorrow before the Longbourn Literary Society live broadcast, and maybe on Sunday if I can squeeze it in somewhere. So once that's done, I'm going to find a reader. I'll probably post here on Burton's Babes asking for one. I need somebody who can turn it around kind of quick, because I have somebody that I could ask, but she homeschools, and I don't want to put that pressure on her. But if there's somebody who can read, who can get it back to me in a week, who can sit, with a list of, these are the mistakes I saw, and, this didn't make sense. And, so, I'll be posting that, though, when I get done. Like, the moment I get done, I'll be posting in Burton's Babes, because I've just flat out decided this book is not going to get done this month. There's, 10 days left? It's just not happening. So, but I do want it out at the beginning of April. So if I get done in the next day or two, and I give that to somebody for a week, and then they get it back to me, then I can have it edited and published in 2 weeks. So anyway, I say that because my Austin Authors post is April 1st. I thought about doing, and I always get right around April 1st, okay? It just works out that way. And I thought about doing a joke post, because it's April 1st, April Fool's Day. And then, but I have a release, and I need to do a giveaway. So I thought, but you never know. And I put this in my, in the newsletter that's going to go out after the video, that when have I ever done what I'm supposed to do? So who knows? Anyway, the reason that I'm trying to get, besides just the fact that I know I can feel the end of the story coming, is that I have 2 side jobs, and I'm behind, majorly behind, because of the health things this week. So they have to take precedence next week, which is why if I can get this finished, then it will work very well to give it to somebody to read next week, and then I can work on the side jobs, and then, you know, get back into a routine. So yeah. Now, as far as the blog posts, I'm going to try to have blog posts next week, but it's going to be kind of a fly by the seat of your pants thing, probably. So like tomorrow or Sunday during the race, I can schedule Monday and Tuesday, and then probably Monday I'll take 45 minutes or an hour and write up a Wednesday post. And then the next day I can write up a Thursday 300, which I have to decide what I'm going to do, if I'm just going to do a little snippet, or, you know, I don't really know what I'm going to do with that yet. And then Wednesday I can write up a Friday post, because I can try to squeeze, that's only going to be like an hour, and I can squeeze that in with still doing my side jobs. So, because I miss it. I miss it. I like doing all those little things on my blog. So I'm going to really try hard. We'll see. I'll do my best. As long as I can stay away from the chocolate covered eggs, we should be fine. And so today I'm like craving chocolate again. I said, no, my mouth is craving chocolate. My brain is craving chocolate. My stomach is saying, oh, no, you don't. So I didn't. Yes, I know. Linda's like eagerly awaiting. And I love that story too. But I need a name for it. Maybe I'll wait till I get closer to the end. But my next project, I'm not really sure what my next project is going to be. I know that I am in this big 100+ author project called the Common Elements Romance Project. And they don't have the website ready yet, or I'd share it. But what it is there's over 100 of us, 105 or 110, something like that. Me, Leanie, and Regina Jeffers are in it, and a bunch of other, and authors from every genre, every subgenre of romance is in it. So there's, you know, historicals, there's contemporary, there's probably erotic, there's everybody, okay, is in there. And there's 5 elements that all the stories have to have in common. One is a character named Max. And then one's like a haunted house or something. Now, I'm not a big haunted house. I'm like, okay, I know what I know. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I know what I know. And I don't know. I'm protected by the blood of Jesus. I'm not worried about, I don't even think about haunted houses. But there will be a haunted house in my story. It's not going to be a major part, because I don't do haunted houses. But yeah. So I think there's a key. So I don't even know. I have it written down somewhere. Where, your guess is as good as mine. I have to find it. But they have a Facebook group too, so I can just go look for it. But for the authors. But so the Common Elements Project, I'm probably going to have to start. I don't have any clue what I'm going to write, except that I know which house is going to be haunted, I think. It was suggested to me that I write another Western, which I'd like to do, but it would have to be a blog story. And if I do that, then I have to write something else to release in a couple months. This is what? This is March. I'd like to release something like June or July-ish. So, and I know that a Western's not going to sell, so it can't be a Western. And the Common Elements thing is not going to be released until October or November. So I'm probably going to start the Common Elements thing, just like maybe take a couple hours a day and do some sprints, or a couple hours a week and do sprints to get, you know, so far. And then as it gets closer, I can hit it harder. Something along the lines of what I've been doing with the Friday posts for the blog. So, you know, my race, but we'll see. Personal updates. I already told you all about my health. Probably more than you wanted to know about the hacking. But Selena is still having a cough. My dog Selena, my older dog, who was just up here wanting to know, Mom, why are you talking? Can we go out? Wait, I think Jasper went downstairs with her. So apparently he's upset too. But she's still coughing. She has a week left of antibiotics. And I'll be honest, I think, I don't know. I know what the vet said, it's pneumonia, but I don't think it's pneumonia. I don't know. And I don't know whether I should keep her on antibiotics, another round of antibiotics, especially without a vet visit and without another x-ray. But I really don't feel like I can afford another $300 vet visit. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell them what I think when they call next Friday and then see what happens. But she does fine when she's on prednisone. Once she starts getting off the prednisone, once she's off it twice a day, she's down, it's like twice a day for 5 days, once a day for 5 days. Once she gets about the second day of that, then she's starting to cough. So now we're down to the every other day, 5 days. And now she's really, I mean, obviously she didn't cough when she was up here, but the coughs are worse when she has them. So, and she can't get the tooth fixed without being able to breathe. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just give it to God, trying not to worry about it. But anyway, that's what's new. My desk, because I was sick for 2 days, basically, I keep cleaning off my desk every day and I get cranky. Oh, and the power went out amongst all this. Like the night that I had the bad acid reflux, I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready for bed anyway, because I kind of wind down a little bit after 9, and then about 10 o'clock or 10:30, the dogs want out, and that's my signal it's bedtime. But the power went out. So I don't have my little lamp that I usually put here, to add some more light to my face, because it's downstairs. So the power went out. I grabbed that, clicked it on, and we could all see. Had to set it outside for the dogs to go potty because Jasper was like, I am not going out in the dark. And then it made it as far as the living room, and it's not gone back up here. So thank you. I need all the prayers I can get about this, because I am not looking forward to it. The good news is that my brother did not take the job in South Carolina. So I don't worry quite so much if she should die here at home. Then I may be able to get him to bury her for me. Otherwise, I have a little bit of money put back to pay for cremation. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't care if it happens 10 years from now, which, she's 13. She's not going to live another 10 years. But, I don't care when it happens. I'm still going to be upset. But, I'm trying to prepare. But thank you. I appreciate the prayers. I need them. Yeah. So, here's something cool. I'm going to flash this at the screen for you. My Patreon people got some bonus content this week because, you write about Rosings and Hunsford, and because of my plot, I needed to know exactly where things were. And so I talked to Leanie and Rose about it, and they were like, well, nobody really knows, so you can kind of do what you want. So I made a little map. This is my map of Hunsford and Rosings. And I shared that with my my patrons. So they got a little bit of bonus. Now you've got a little bit of bonus content. But I'm going to keep this in my notebook, or maybe I'll scan it and then put it in OneNote, or, and then I'll take out the little guys, because I got little guys in there. And then that's just going to be my Hunsford map. And I figured out where I wanted it, how far from town, from the village. Thank you. How far I wanted it from the village, and what's in the backyard of the vegetable garden is back there for at Hunsford, and the flowers and bees. I have 2 beehives back there, and then orchard way behind it, and the graveyard and the church and all that. So it was I enjoy doing that kind of thing. It's really a lot of fun, and it helps me to figure out where things are and like what direction is the folly, and I have a vision in my, well, actually I should have probably pinned that. I should find it again and pin it. But I had a vision of what the folly looked like. Of course, the folly is from the 95. No, the folly is from the 05 movie. So I went and searched Pride and Prejudice folly. And it found a picture. And from that, I was able to mentally imagine what it would look like. But so that did take up part of my week. But anyhow, what's going on with you guys now that I've done like whined at you about my tummy problems and my maps and stuff? But oh, my desk is a mess. There's like 3 days. Like the dishes are soaking. They've been soaking all day. But I'm like, I have my set of 4 plates, dinner plates. I think there's still 4. There's only 3 cake plates because one of those broke when I lived at the apartment. I have my mom's dark green set of 4 place settings, and I have my mom's 7 or 8 piece set of white with just they have a thin green line around the edge plates. Well, here's how many dirty dishes I have. I've gone through all of my plates. I've gone through mom's 4 dark green dinner plates, and I've used 1 or 2 of her light colored plates. Hi, Crystal. It's good to see you. So I need to do dishes in the morning, but I'm not going to have I don't have any clean, small pans to cook my eggs in. So that's what's going on in my kitchen. I have 2 sinks full of dishes. So that's what I'll be doing in the morning after I let the dogs out. Did you buy that today? Awesome. Have you started reading it? Darcy's Bodie Mine. I had so much fun with that story. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's Old West. And in the end, it wasn't even the original Lizzie and Darcy. It was their ancestors. But it was a lot of fun. Linda is getting her 2 girls ready to go back to college. Wow, getting your taxes together. I'm still getting my taxes together. Like I have the income stuff together. Now I'm going through my business expenses, which is why I have to go to the store on Sunday and buy ink because I don't have enough and I got a whole buttload of stuff to print off. Trying to finish a book of short stories. I want to do another book of short stories too. I have a lot of them, but okay, not yet, Marshall. Well, you're going to love it. Thank you, Linda. I enjoyed that. I think you can kind of tell that I enjoyed it more too. I think the ones that I enjoy more come out better. Not that I don't enjoy all of them. The only one that I really truly hated had such a hard time writing was Caroline's Censure. She fought me the whole way. And I'm not sure that book was one of my greatest. But then I said before, I didn't like Lilacs and Lavender when it came out. But now that a couple years have passed, I go back and I read it and I'm like, wow, that was a good book. So, but I'm going to be rereading all of my books as time goes on because I'm still working on updating covers. I keep getting bogged down in other things because for whatever reason, I can't seem to manage just sitting down and doing all my covers at once. Rose does it. She's really good about it. Like every July, she's down there doing covers. And I just can't manage it. I should. It's not that hard. But I just can't manage it. But if I do another Western, and I do want to do another Western, it's going to be a different town, I think. It might be, I was thinking like Dodge City or something. But because the One Channel Inspiration, I think it is, for some reason, I think I watched a movie and I had it on there. So when I get done, like when I'm on the treadmill, I'm watching The Curse of Oak Island. But then the TV has been on that Inspiration channel for a while, and I see all these old Westerns, and I'm like, I'm going to have to sit down one of these days and just go through all those the Virginian and Big Valley and Bonanza and all those. I'm going to have to go back through and watch all those, and so I can get some ideas and some inspiration. I do love Westerns. There's a writer who writes contemporary Westerns named Shanna Hatfield, and I've talked about her before. I love her books, and they're clean. Yeah, I struggle with people on covers too. And if you'll notice, I've had like 5 books in a row with the same people on the cover. But I'm running out of poses I can use, so I'm going to have to choose somebody else. But I've learned how to change the color on her dress and on his waistcoat, so they look a little different. But yeah, they don't. It's hard to find people. And at this point, I'm to where as long as they have Regency clothes on and they're dressed, okay, we'll go with them. But even still, even once you decide somebody who kind of matches your image of Darcy and Lizzie, everybody, like 15 other authors have used that image. It's a struggle to have people on the covers. They're more genre correct, but at least Regency genre correct, not necessarily JAFF. JAFF kind of has all kind of covers. There's no consistency with JAFF covers, but people, it's hard to find good people to put on covers. And I fought it for a long time. I didn't want people on my covers, and that's part of why I had the hearts. And partly the other reason I had the hearts was because it was easy. And I had no clue what I was doing. So, but now I've learned to do different things. So, I don't need necessarily easy anymore, but I'm used to the people, I guess. But you have to, and I have to watch my background images, because I really need like a building or something. I tried Darcy Over Here. Was it Darcy Over Here's? I tried to put just like a hilly background. Didn't work. I had to have a building back there, and it's hard to find buildings that don't have electric lines, and you know what I mean. So, yep, you stick with a scene from the book. Yep, it was my favorite one that I've done in the last year was To Save Elizabeth, because of the dog, because I had Brutus on the cover. And I just loved that. Was so much, that was so enjoyable to make that cover. Now I have to go find another set of people, because I've got this Regency for Patreon that I just realized today you need a cover for this thing. So I'm going to have to go. I have money set aside for a couple, and now of course you can buy them from Period Images without the background. It costs a few dollars more. And it's not as easy as just buying a couple and cutting the background out yourself, but it saves so much time. Yeah, that dog, he was awesome. He was awesome. And I got him positioned pretty well and proportioned pretty well. And I got a compliment. I went to a local 2-day festival at the Pymatuning Lake last August. And this couple stopped, and it was like a mom and her son or something, or sister and brother or something like that. And he was an artist, and he complimented me on that cover. And he said, "You did that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "That's really good composition." I said, "Oh, thank you." So clearly they're not perfect. I don't know if you can tell that they're not professional, but they're not too far off what they need to be. So I don't know. I've gotten a couple compliments on my covers from total strangers, like who don't even read romance anyway. So that's always nice. That's always nice. Alrighty, well, it is almost 30 minutes. It always surprises me when we get to that time. I'm like, wow, I talked that much for 30 minutes. Because I go all day. That's why the dogs get all kind of crazy when they hear me talking to you guys, because I don't say a whole lot. If I'm talking, we're going for an RIDE or a WALK, which I have to spell those, or I'll have two little bodies up here wiggling at me. Oh, thank you, Linda. I bet if you had worked, enough practice, you could probably do it too. Leanie does hers all on Canva, which is free. Well, I think she she upgraded, but she did them all. She's always done hers on Canva. And I don't do a nearly as good a job as she does. You could not set, if you took her name off her covers, and I hadn't seen them before, I don't think I could tell the difference between a professional and hers. She is that good. And all her graphics she makes, and she really enjoys doing them. And I'm like, I mean, I do them, but I don't enjoy them that much. But yeah, it took a lot. It took years of practice. And then learning, I'm telling you, learning Photoshop brought out the worst in me. Because I would get so mad I'd start cussing. And I'd be like ready to throw the computer against the wall. And I had to get up and walk away. Shut it down and get up all the way around the house. And that is, I mean, I would get that mad. And still, I mean, I can do pretty much everything I need to do now. But I still, sometimes it just doesn't work. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, I can feel myself getting mad. I'm going to walk away. But when I first started, it was ugly. So it would take a lot of practice, but I think you could. Eventually you would. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever learn. And I needed a template. Like the first one with the people on it, Rose helped me with. And she made a template for me. And then all I had to do from then on was change the people and change the background and the words, like the title. So I still use the template, but I can now, pretty much come up with one on my own. It's not going to be as good as Rose's yet, but I can do it. All right. Anyway, now I've kept you for over 30 minutes. I'm sorry. But thank you everybody so much for coming. I so much enjoy talking with you guys this way, because some of us are never going to meet in person. Linda, did you know that Cleveland is hosting JASNA AGM next year? And Cleveland is only an hour and a half from me, but you're like in Kansas or somewhere, Missouri, aren't you? Somewhere near the Mississippi. Oh, you have a template too? Very good. Because I'm planning on going next year to JASNA AGM. I have to put money back because it's an hour and a half away. So I'm not like spending the night in Cleveland because I got dogs. I'm going to drive up and do whatever, and then I'm going to drive back. You're in Texas. See, I knew you were west somewhere. So anyway, if by some chance you get to come to next year's AGM, I will more than likely be there, unless, barring some emergency or God strikes me with a big neon sign that says don't go to AGM, then I'm going to go. That I'm planning to go. So I should put that around Austin Authors or something somewhere. Maybe I'll wait till next year. But anyway, I just now thought of you. I thought AGM, Linda. Anyhow, I feel like I have a friend who always says like 15 times, I will have a short night with commuting. I thought about that because yeah, we'll manage somehow. We'll pretend we really are 20. I used to do that. I would stay up all night when I was 20. I'm 20. Okay. But a long time ago, I used to spend all night up, going out, dancing, not drinking, because I never really drank, but dancing all night and then go to work the next day. All right. Anyhow, I started to say, I feel like I have a friend who says good night 5 times before I'll count before she finally hangs up. But we start and somebody says something. I'm like, oh yeah. But anyway, I'm going to wish you guys good night. And I'll come back and check, because I know sometimes I'll say good night and then you guys add other comments. So I'm going to say good night and click the off button. And then I'll come back and say more about your comments. But thank you so much for coming and talking to me. I appreciate it so much, because I always get on here and there's always the fear that nobody is going to come talk to me. Thank you, Marcia. You have a great week too. Thank you to all of you. Bye-bye.